Welcome back to Sissy Maya. Here, we embrace true femininity. Make sure to subscribe to our channel to never miss an update.
It all started while playing a fun game of spin the bottle during our lunch break. Something we play quite often. As the bottle spun and landed on me, I could feel the eyes of my friends eagerly watching, waiting to see what daring task I would be assigned. My heart raced with a mixture of excitement and apprehension. This lunchtime game had always been innocent fun, filled with harmless dares like singing a silly song or doing a funny dance. But this time, something was different. I could sense it in the mischievous glint in my friend's eyes. "You need to become the office sissy for the next 1 week," Emma said. I stared at Emma, my mouth agape. The room fell silent as everyone waited for my reaction. The playful atmosphere suddenly turned tense, and I could feel the weight of their expectations bearing down on me. Becoming the office sissy for an entire week. It was beyond anything we had ever done before. Usually, our dares were light-hearted and harmless, designed to make us laugh and bond as friends. But this felt like a line we shouldn't cross. I glanced around the room, searching for any signs of hesitation or regret from my friends. Instead, I found excited expressions and smirks that sent shivers down my spine. They weren't just expecting me to fulfill the dare, they wanted to see how far I would go, how uncomfortable they could make me. My mind raced with conflicting thoughts. Should I refuse? Should I stand up for myself and say no? But a part of me, deep down, couldn't help but be intrigued by the challenge. As a writer, I was always curious about exploring different experiences and perspectives. Perhaps this would be an opportunity to step out of my comfort zone and find inspiration in the unexpected. After a moment of contemplation, I took a deep breath and looked directly at Emma. "All right," I said in a determined voice that surprised even me. "I accept the dare." A collective gasp filled the room, mixed with cheers and laughter from my friends. Their excitement was contagious, and for that brief moment, all doubts were pushed aside. The next morning, I arrived at the office dressed in a colorful array of mismatched clothes, polka dot leggings, a frilly pink blouse, and oversized rainbow suspenders. I had fully embraced the role of the office sissy, determined to make the most of this daring challenge. As I walked through the office doors, heads turned, and whispers filled the air. Colleagues peeked out from behind cubicles, trying to catch a glimpse of the spectacle I had become. I could feel myself blushing under their curious gazes, but I refused to let it dampen my spirit. This was an opportunity for me to break free from the mundane routine of daily life and embrace a different side of myself. And if it meant enduring a few uncomfortable stares and giggles, then so be it. As the week progressed, my co-workers began to adjust to my eccentric presence. At first, they hesitated to interact with me, unsure of how to approach the situation. But gradually, their curiosity got the better of them, and conversations started flowing again. It was as if my role as the office sissy had broken down barriers and allowed for a greater sense of camaraderie amongst us. Surprisingly, many found themselves confiding in me about their own hidden desires and secret dreams. The persona I had adopted became a symbol of liberation, inspiring others to embrace their own unconventional sides. In a strange way, becoming the office sissy had transformed me into a catalyst for personal growth within our workplace. Even Emma, the instigator of this wild dare, approached me one afternoon with a sheepish smile on her face. "I never thought you'd actually go through with it," she admitted, her voice tinged with admiration. "But I'm glad you did. Since you're confident enough now, you need to show up tomorrow dressed as a maid and do all of the cleaning at the office tomorrow." I raised an eyebrow, surprised by Emma's request. Cleaning the entire office dressed as a maid? It was certainly a step further than I had anticipated, but deep down, I felt a thrill at the prospect of pushing my boundaries once again. "All right," I replied with a mischievous grin. Consider it done. The next morning, I arrived at the office bright and early, ready to embrace my new role as the office cleaning maid. I had gone all out, wearing a frilly black and white maid outfit complete with a lacy apron and a feather duster in hand. As I made my way through the office, tidying up desks and wiping down surfaces, amused glances and stifled laughs followed me. But this time, something was different. There was no longer an air of discomfort or judgment. Instead, there was a sense of camaraderie and appreciation for the boundaries we were pushing together. As the day went on, colleagues would playfully ask if they could request additional cleaning services or strike up conversations about their own hidden desires and dreams. I became more than just the office sissy or the cleaning maid. I became a confidant, someone people could trust with their deepest secrets and ambitions. In this surreal environment, friendships blossomed, walls came crumbling down, and creativity flourished. And just when we thought we had reached the pinnacle of our adventure, Emma approached me with a mischievous glint in her eyes once again. "Are you ready for one final dare?" she asked. I looked at her, my heart racing with anticipation. I knew whatever she had in mind would push us beyond our limits, but I was ready for it. Together, we had created something extraordinary, something that had brought us closer than ever before. "Bring it on," I said, a twinkle in my eye matching Emma's mischievousness. "I'm ready for anything." She grinned, her excitement almost palpable. "All right, here's the dare," she began, leaning in closer to me. "We're going to host an office talent show. And you, my friend, are going to perform on center stage. And you will put on a drag show for all of us here." I couldn't help but laugh at the audacity of Emma's dare. Hosting an office talent show and performing a drag show? It was the perfect culmination of our daring adventures throughout the week. The thought of strutting my stuff on center stage, embracing a whole new persona, sent a thrill coursing through my veins. "Consider it done," I replied, my voice filled with determination. "I'll give them a performance they won't forget." The day of the talent show arrived, and the office was abuzz with excitement. Decorations adorned every corner, and a makeshift stage stood proudly in the center of the room. Colleagues gathered around, their eyes filled with anticipation. As I stepped onto the stage, dressed in a dazzling sequined gown and sky-high heels, a wave of applause and cheers erupted from my friends. The room was filled with an electric energy that sent shivers down my spine. Music began to play, and I sashayed across the stage, channeling all the confidence and grace I could muster. I danced and twirled, captivating the audience with every movement. The cheers grew louder, filling me with an indescribable rush of euphoria. In that moment, it didn't matter that we were office workers in a mundane 9-to-5 job. We had transcended those boundaries and created something extraordinary, a space where we could express ourselves freely and support one another.